Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got LL Cool J man talking about because they said that he seemed to be unhinged, man. We got him talking about that, man. We got Kim Kardashian backlash concerning her business advice, man, which was ridiculous. We gonna get to that in a second. All right, GUNNA warning folks, man. We also got NicK breaking the silence on the show cancellation, and who else we got over here on that, man? Cowboy going off on the baby again. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Hey yo, if this your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that, man. That notification bell's waiting for you to tap, so go on and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, so go on and touch that too. Alright? Hey yo, check this out, man. We done tallied up the votes, alright? Between the first song that we had, that was Run It Up, Day Day Huncho, right? And we also had Secure the Bag. We tallied up the votes and we see that the winner between those two is the Secure the Bag, man. That joint won, you know what I'm saying, by a couple. You all right? And we also did a tally of the second song, all right? The second two songs. It was Rob Dollar, okay? I Put It On My G. And we also got Wallaby, Black Man's Verdict, okay? It seemed to be an overwhelming number of votes for Black Man's Verdict, Wallaby, okay? And it's, now check this out. I understand the difference between both types of song, right? That's why I put them together, okay? But a lot of folks people seem like they was being super expressive about what the songs meant to them and what the songs are to the culture. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they voted for song number 2. We're gonna talk about that during the shout out section real quick. Hey yo, let's get right to it, man. Kim Kardashian. Oh, so shout out to Secure the Bag, my bad. Shout out to Secure the Bag. Shout out to Black Man's Verdict, Wallaby, man. Alright? Those are the two winners in our quick little battle thing. Alright? And we we're gonna do another battle soon, because I love battles. Check this out. Kim Kardashian had the colossal balls of a brass monkey and stated that the problem in society with you women is that you're too damn lazy to work. Yo, you got to get it out the mud like she did, man. You got to get up early in the morning and pull your own self up by the bootstraps, you know what I'm saying, and get to work. And look, ain't no such thing as a free lunch, man. And you know who pays for those, right? The government, right? Look, you got to grind or die like she's been doing all her life to make it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, she didn't grind. oh, you ain't see the tape? Listen, you got to be ready to bend over backwards and burn the candle at both ends, like Kim Kardashian did, okay? Kim Kardashian had to... she released this disgusting advice. And it wasn't disgusting in terms of what she was saying, but disgusting in terms of the absolute absence of self-awareness. Take a listen to the cringy advice Kim Kardashian had to say. Take a listen.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your f***ing ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
The cognitive dissonance is strong with that one right there. Now, in case it didn't play, right? Because, sometimes joints don't be playing, man. In case it didn't play, she had the nerve to say, where's my quote over here? I have the best advice for women in business. Get your cuffing behind up and work, right? It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. This is what she said. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments. This is what she said. Her sisters is nodding along like, yep, What she said is 100% true. It was disgusting. I mean, like, here's what's crazy about that. The only reason why I know of this woman was because she was on her back. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's where we found her. You know what I mean? Like, that's where a lot of us found her. You know what I'm talking about. Wasn't she born into wealth? Go sit your silly plastic behind down somewhere. Look, I can hear her like, sit, I'll lay down, you know crap, okay? The cringe level from her statement is absurd. What kills me, right, is that she will say that and still have a ridiculous number of followers. I'm so disappointed in Ye. Bruh, you crying over that? I guess the bigger thing was like you made Offspring with it, man. You made Offspring with that. That's the thing, man. Like, you can't get fooled by this. You can't get fooled by the foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have seen this. Whatever, let me keep it going. That ain't, that's him. Gunna has a strong message for those of you that are planning on dropping the album in the next year. Gunna has posted, what did he say? He said, y'all ninjas better drop soon, cause I'm this summer. Close quote. Look, you heard it here first. Gunna's dropping his heat this summer, okay? The rest of y'all better step to the side, because Gunna's album is gonna incinerate everything in sight. What you laughing for? Is that impossible, man? Listen, wouldn't it be better if someone else said what he said for him? I think it's always better that way. Not like what artists tend to do is they tend to toot their own horn, right? And then you got folks like, let's say Eminem, for example, who he don't even say nothing half the time. Everybody jumps to his defense like, are you crazy? You know you can't do, like that's how it's gotta be. You can't even, sometimes you can't, like, let somebody else do the promo. Don't labels do promos anymore for their artists? That's like me as a teacher searching for the kids to teach lessons to. Anyway, we reported to you a few days ago that Nick Cannon got let go from a talk show that he was working on for like 6 months. Okay, the man sat down with Angela Yee, and he stated, quote, he said, this is show business, right? He's responding because I guess she might have asked him, like, yo, what happened, man? He said, yo, this is show business, right? And we know the biggest word in that is business. And this is a business. As a businessman, I know that as much fun as we have on a show, business is the thing that makes this whole thing tick and operate. I'm afraid that that's right, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just got to be, like, that's what it is. He said, honestly, I show up every day bright and early to give you a show, but I'm also a businessman. And I understand that when there's certain forms and certain platforms, he said, this has been a dream come true for me to be able to do this for you each and every day. But my business mind, I want to expand and elevate in a way. Close quote. That's his response to why were you only on for 6 months? I guess so. I guess so, right? Because, I mean, technically, Look, have you seen LL Cool J on the TikTok thing? Apparently, folks have come out on the interwebs and stated that looking back at LL Cool J videos, they're saying the man seemed to be relatively unhinged. Like crazy man energy. I'm like, watch your mouth. That man is a living legend. Well, apparently LL got wind of what was being said on the interwebs and decided to issue his response concerning his unhinged behavior. And he said the following, hey yo, take a listen.
Time to break the silence. Yeah, I was definitely ridiculous. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? I make my own rules. What was going on right here? Yo, playing the guitar on a young lady's leg. My father always said, when I asked him if he worked out, he said, the heaviest thing I lift is a leg. I always loved that. I think I should have had 2 or 3 girls, though. I should have had a whole band, you know what I'm saying? Drums and all that. LL poured chocolate syrup on the shorty kneecaps in broad daylight. Unhinged, chaotic behavior. Definitely was wilding. Although I always felt there should have been more chocolate. Maybe using a giant paintbrush or something and just really go in. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did. You know, now looking back, I should have went a little further with it, but yeah, it was unhinged. LL running and stiff arming the shit out of a kid in the LSG Curious. Of course, out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. No favorites. We don't do favoritism. You know his hat is like a shark fin. Yeah, that's always been fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows, you know, my hat is like a shark's fin. You know, bald head and all that. You know what I'm saying? Cutting through the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love it. Shark Week, baby. Love the sharks. That's what I do. Hat is like a shark's fin, no question about it. I morph too. You gotta mention the morphing. I think this scene in Pink Cookies is crazy. He gets a flat, middle of the street, hands the car keys to his homie, hops on the bus. Yeah, I'm not sitting around waiting for the flat to get fixed, man. I got places to go. I ain't too good for public transportation. What's going on, man? I got to go, man. We rolling. Pink Cookies, plastic bag. You know what I mean? You crushed by building. LL washed some woman's hair while fully clothed in the shower. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's, you know, I had to do that. You got to keep everything, all the fragrances got to be nice. All the aromas have to be pleasant. You know what I'm saying? No weave glue, none of that. Gotta be right. How about
You see that? I like that. The man doubled down. You know what I mean? Like, salute for that. There are times when I can respect a good double down. Okay? You telling me I'm unhinged and all this other stuff. My man's like, I should have put more chocolate on her leg. You know what I mean? Did he say put chocolate on her leg? I did. Let me do my shout outs real quick. Let's do shout outs. It's a short video for today, man. We ain't gonna be before you long. Listen, Mike DJ Mike Skills Walker. Mike Walker. DJ Mike Skills Walker. Said, yo, salute celeb. If I got to pick, I'm rocking with song number 2. He's talking about Wallaby Black Man's Verdict. He said, teach a lesson, tell a story, or uplift the people. I don't care who you bump uglies with and whose homeboy you smoked. That's real talk, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't like for a long time I listened to hip hop and my biggest gripe with hip hop was like, why it's like they're saying the same, like everybody is saying the same thing. It drives me insane. Anyway, Ohio Charles, my man came through, right? Said, you're here for another music entertainment fix. Shout out everyone in the comments for reading this. Number 1 for me. Number 2, go in, but I got to put it on mine. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Ohio Charles, man, coming through, hitting us with the Rob Dollar Day Huncho and all that other good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, Wallaby, on the other hand, came through and said, yo, thanks to all the number 2s. Shout out to Celebs Source. We holding it down. Give the truth a chance means everything to us, the future, and hip hop. All right, yo, shout out to you too, big dog. Miguel Hobando said, yo, man, I'm gonna cuff around and get me some damn reptiles so I could get a shout out. My mama gets one every other day. Not hating, just wish I got a shout out too. Yes, it's rough times out here. Our guys E said, yo, is the challenge really about a rap? No, the challenge was not about a rap. Here's the thing, okay? It's about what you would prefer to hear more of in the culture. Here's the thing, all right? With the Rob Dollar song and the Wallaby song, okay? I've very specifically placed those against each other. Both artists could paint. Like, to me, that's not the question that's up for discussion. It's about what does the culture prefer to hear? And, I mean, there may have been a time where a certain thing was cool or a certain thing was hot, but then things tend to evolve and things tend to switch up a little bit. You know what I mean? So we gotta adjust accordingly. All right. Joseph Bridgewater said, yo, with this verses, you doing it all wrong. Both of your songs are 2 different types of track. One is about shooting up niggas, and the other one is about saving people in the black race. You can't compare the 2. Yeah, that's exactly why we compared the 2. Okay? The 2 can absolutely be compared, man. I want to know which type of song more people would like to hear. Pancho Pablo is what I meant to say. He said, yo, Tevin Campbell coming out the closet. Hilarious. There's no door. Why you people? Why, like, anyway, let's get right back to it. Wrap this bad boy up. It's Saturday, and I feel like reading a book in a coffee shop. Check this out, man. Just in case you haven't heard, Cowboy and DaBaby have been having a bit of a back and forth, man. It's a bit wild, okay? Cowboy is King Von's cousin, okay? Cowboy is not thrilled with the idea that DaBaby did a track with Youngboy. Now, my understanding is that Youngboy is cool with Quando, and Quando is cool with Tim, and Tim is the guy that killed Von. It gets real, connected, okay? Interconnected. And here's the other thing. DaBaby, who did a track with Youngboy, has been throwing shots, who has been throwing shots at King Von. DaBaby responds on Twitter to Cowboy talking about, well, do something. I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys, like, does it never get better? Do these guys always go into this direction? Violence in the culture, in the hip hop culture, is a cancer to the hip hop culture. Cowboy said, DaBaby was running around in an effing diaper, bro. You been sold your morality and your integrity a long time ago, ninja. F is you talking about? Now you tough, ninja? I got real war scars, itch. F you talking about, ninja? You talking about self-defense, ninja? Talking about self-defense? Let's talk about unsolved murder, itch. Close quote. Whoa. Let's not talk about anything. Let's try to see if we can figure out how to de-escalate this. See, here's the thing, right? And I ain't nobody, okay? But here's my thing. I know that both of these artists have people that surround them. So we would hope that there's somebody with some wisdom in the corners of these individuals to be like, yo, man, let's try to see how we could de-escalate this. Because it is not cool to diss anybody dead relative. That is 100% not cool. All right, so I would hope that somebody with some wisdom is like, yo, man, you like that ain't cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all could talk about this on the side, because even when it gets out into the open public, man, in the open forum, it gets real hairy. Once it gets out here and everybody's sitting around like, woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you heard what he said? Like, that's when it starts to get really, you know what I mean? So hopefully these dudes have folks with knowledge and wisdom in their corners like, yo, man, let's just maybe have a one-on-one conversation or whatever. Like, don't do it in the middle of class. You know what I mean? Like, don't do this in public. Here's the other thing, man. Okay? With de-escalation being the name of the game. Like, who would have thunk, right? That the Ukraine was able to give Russia a run for their money. Are you catching my drift? Nothing is solidified. It don't matter how big you are, man. Nobody is, like, impenetrable. When I covered King Von stories, I would have never predicted that things would have played out for a figure like him the way that it played out that Friday morning. You can look at it and be like, well, you know, certain types of lifestyles results in certain types of endings or whatever. What I'm saying is this, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to see anybody get murdered in the damn culture. Let me just keep it a buck and say what it is, man. I don't want to see nobody get murdered. And it always starts with somebody opening their face and talking about somebody's dead relative, man. You know what I mean? I think violence in the hip-hop culture is a cancer to the hip-hop culture. I said it again. Problem is this. The problem is that it makes so much money. Folks is like, yo, man, F the culture. I want to make this bag. And they sacrifice the culture and lives that are involved because they're trying to make a huge bag. And finally, let me wrap this bad boy up, man. We reported to you not too long ago, right, that Chris Brown has some text receipts concerning a woman that accused him of violating her. And his text receipts were a game changer. The text receipts essentially were the woman who accused him of violating her now coming back talking about, this, you the best D I ever had. When can we link up again? Okay? Her lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, has turned around now and officially dropped out the case, confirming that the text messages and the audio notes are legit. She states that Chris Brown's accuser never informed her of those messages, which is why she withdrew from the case. You see that, man? Can you see that? Yo, it should be a crime, right? In my opinion, it should be a crime to falsely accuse a person of rape. Like, I feel like the penalty for a false accusation of rape should get a person the same penalty as actual rape does. I mean, what do you think on that? Am I wrong on that, man? Because I know, you know, there are loopholes and funny things tend to happen. Let me know in the comments below, man. Am I crazy? If a woman or a man, it don't matter, right? But generally it tends to be women. If a woman falsely accuses a person of a crime and found to be, you know, guilty of falsely accused, shouldn't she get the same kind of time that dude would have got had the rape been? You know what I'm saying? And you let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source, Celeb News.